Mike and Tom are registered with Stewart Partners Global Advisory LLC.
Common Sense Finance with Mike Wiginton and Tom Farrell of HL Wiginton Capital Management, an independent investment and financial planning firm in downtown Jasper. Mike is a chartered financial analyst charter holder, and Tom is a certified financial planner professional. They are here to discuss and give their thoughts on current financial and economic matters. Now, with Common Sense Finance, here are Mike and Tom.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another edition of Common Sense Finance. I'm Mike Wiginton. This is Tom Farrell. Today we're going to be talking about one of the questions that we get from, we'll get from a variety of people, folks that actually watch the podcast, because believe it or not, there are a handful of folks that do.
Right.
But more than that, whether you're on the golf course, tennis courts, or wherever, you get questions from folks that are asking to explain something, whether it's a phrase, a term that they've either read somewhere, listened, or consumed. They've listened to television, some sort of financial news broadcast, and it's something that they feel like is important, but it doesn't necessarily make sense. So the question today is about the Federal Reserve printing money, actually printing money. Yeah. What does that mean? Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? So what do you have to say?
Well, and yeah, that's the big storyline the last few months is the Federal Reserve is stepped in to try to help the economy out after the coronavirus, and they have to stimulate the economy. And a lot of people refer to it as printing money, which they do print money. Every year they print so many, in every denomination to replace old currency, but that's not what they're really doing to stimulate the economy. What they're doing is they're trying to infuse cash into the system through the banking system. So they'll go to the banks and they'll buy treasuries in very large quantities
and give the banks cash in return.
And give the banks cash in return. All those transactions are done electronically, though. And that way the banks have much more money to lend to consumers. So,
yeah, and that's a very powerful way to get money into the system because of what they refer to as the multiplier effect. When they loan those dollars to a business that's adding new plants, factories, or whatnot, then that developer or business owner, they're paying their employees, paying subcontractors, and they in turn turn around and pay their folks, and it goes to the grocery stores and so on and so forth. And so they say that $1 gets spent somewhere between 10 and 12 times, turned over 10 or 12 times in the marketplace. So that's something else we're going to come back to, right, in another edition of really what does the whole money supply issue in printing money, what does that have to do with the average American?
Yeah, and the Fed has several levers they can pull to try to stimulate the economy. But some people ask me about what are the consequences to doing all these things, to infusing all that cash into the economy. So we'll address that question in part 2 of this podcast.
Okay. With that said, we'll see you at the next edition of Common Sense Finance.
Understand human curiosity. Controversy. Was it good for you?